Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my Jay Bird. And this is remembering 1976 and 1977 when I first started playing chess and created my opening and how I used to play. And I still play this way today yet. And before I get started, uh, I was online and I found this Eric's Hansen. I think I'm saying it right, and he did the Hippo speed drum, and he's got episodes like 3 episodes. They're cool. So I know what a full blown Hippo looks like. The two knights here, the pawns pushed up, the two bishops fianchettoed, and then he pushes these end pawns up. It's really cool, which I call what you've seen in the last one, which I would call knights waiting, Jaybird's wings, or Jaybird's wings full spread when the two pawns were up. But mine was the two bishops though in the center, and I call it the Jaybird. So I still to this day I don't think there's nothing like that, you know. So I know what the Hippo really looks like, but that's not the whole intent of my theory. And the pieces were meant to come here. They're waiting, and then they get moved around, like you've seen all my videos. What my theory really is supposed to be. Soon I'm pretty much going to have it all covered. The whole idea of my theory of these pieces moving around here like this and the way they're set up. And like I said, I drawn that those pawns pushes like that and the bishops on my own back in 77. So nobody showed me how to do it. I did it, and I played it, and I won with it. My first chess game ever, and so on. And there you have the rest of the theory as it goes on. Now, I'm in white, and this is called Nightbird to bot 1900. No errors, no assistance, no help of any kind to beat this bot. Game 18, and let's get down to it. B3, F6, B2, and I saw today that they would open up like this, fianchetto, and then push the pawns up, and then put the two knights here for the Hippo after B2, E6, D3, E7, E3. But like I said in 77, I didn't see them games back then. This is what I did, except I put this pawn up and the end pawn up. After E3, D5, D2, the knight over the crown here, B4, A3. See, now I was forced to put it up. Here, after A3, D5, E2, into the knight's bird. And that was another one. After Jay Bird got tired of me putting the bishops here, he said play something else, and then that's when either the queen or the knight went up here, and things got changed around. And then one time I did go in the Hippo. Matter of fact, I do remember putting the two knights in there. He says, that's the Hippo. And I said, well, dude, I'm trying to play something different. So I do kind of remember, it flashed back to me, because I told you I knew about the Hippo, what it was with the two knights, but I created the two bishops. And he couldn't find the two bishops here. So, and then my theory, as my theory goes, the knight can jump here, or it can jump back, and then put it back up, and then go into Jay Bird, what have you. Or jump this knight up. But let's go on here. After E2, G5, G3, E7, and I was forced to push that up. After E7, F3, C6, C4. So you're just seeing another variation of my knight's bird right now. I'll have to play the game according to the way it goes. After C4, F6, castle, D5, takes F6, takes F6, takes D5, it looks like, takes D5, D4, H3, E1, castle, B4. It looks pretty legit. Everything looks normal here. After B4, A6, C2, G5, rook E over, C1, G4, E1, B8, B5, takes B5, takes B5, D6, G2. I didn't want to, I want to hit this, but I was afraid I had to do something about this bishop. If this would all crack open and somehow he get back here, I was worried I wanted to do something. So after G2, G7, F4. Well, I was hoping he'd take it and I'd just go here, but he didn't take it. So after F4, and look, now my knight's set perfect. After F4, E7. Now takes C6, takes C6, B2, B6, A2, C6. And we'll come back to this. I'll show you another way, and it's pretty cool. After C6, A4, B4. Instead of going here, you could have went here, but that's what I'm going to show you. After B4, A5, E8, A6, C8, takes B7, takes B7, rook E over, looks like B1, B1 check, takes B1, C7, check, A6, now he's forced, D7, B7, nothing the rook can do now, H8, takes C7, takes C7, now I take the bishop, H3, takes H3, F1, B8, E2, F8, A5, B6, B3, E7, C5, C5 takes, C5 takes, D7, B6 takes, H5, B7, E6, takes C6, F5, H6, F6, takes H5, whoops, and takes H3, after after that, check, he goes E6, then H3, F5, H6, D7, D6, C8, takes C5, B8, C6, C7, D7, B6, C7, F4, Queen E C8, F3, takes F3, A5, A7, B4. After B4, A5, and there's game. Now, let me take you back. I think what happened. Now, I kind of see why. I'll go back, and then when we get to a certain point, I think in the program, once you get it to a certain point, like at 2000, because I kept moving my pieces the way I did, and then when I was trying to help find a move, it was tough, and I think it was like, and that was it. It didn't know what to do. This game goes like this, into my Nightbird. I mean, everything looks normal here. I mean, anybody 1900 would play. Castles. Now, once I saw that, I said, I got to stop. I got to get this knight this bishop out of here, do something. So I saw my opportunity. He didn't take it. And now I just sat there and waited. Then I took it. I went over here. He went. He goes here. I go here. He goes here. Let's say he went here. Okay. Let's say, okay, but I'd still push that piece. This is how I'm showing you another scenario. Then the knight would go here. Then something like this. I wouldn't take. Then he would pass. And it would go something like this. Then I would go here. See, this knight sitting here, I think the program really knew, because look, I look back over this game, and I think this knight would be a key, because I would go like this then, if it went that way. And then if you take, then I'd be in a check. Then this pawn, you'd have to suffocate him first. Instead of getting crazy and going here and just take it, no, go here, because this knight will defend that, and you're just bringing more pieces to this square. Now, he can't go back here, because then I would go check. And now he has to block it. He's going to lose the game. So I went, come on here. Oh, so I went here. And now that's why I say he won't go that way, because this queen would say check, and then he can't come back. He'd have to block it, and then look at all this. So now it'd be his move. I left it like this. I just showed you another scenario, so I'd leave it like this. Now whose move would be? Now he'd make a move. What's he going to do? He can't run. If he goes here, then I will come down and say check. If he runs his rook over here, well, guess what? It looks like I'm going to, let's say he would do that. Oh boy, let's say he would stop all this. Well, either way, I'm going to go like this. See, now what? What's he going to do? You see the situation he's in. He couldn't go back this way. And I think this is what happened with the program. And now if it takes, I take. Even though this is pinned, but he'll never get in the back rank here. He can't get through. So you see what I'm saying? Now he's got to move his queen. Well, now he's going to lose his rook. And if he takes it, he's back to, he's got problems. What, my move? Then I could just go like this. I wouldn't even, now I've threatened his rook. But if he would have put his king here, I would have came down and said check, and then the game would have went different again. And if he takes it, well then, no. See, you see where this is going. This is going nowhere. Now he has to move his rook. And if he did that, well then, I could just push the pawn up like this. What's he going to do? Take it. It'll be a queen, check. And then he'd take it, and then it'd be a check. So no. Yeah. Let's go back. But that's not what happened. This is what happened in the game like this. And that's why I think it wouldn't have went the other way. Now to fix that, you'd have to go back farther than that. Then you got to change a couple moves again. The program would have to change again, but this is how the game went. So no, looks pretty good to me. And I just went around, cleaned up all the pieces, got checks, cleaned up some more pieces, and then now try to finish the job. And that's the game. Okay, thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed that. And check out the Hippo opening, the full opening. I'm close, you know. When I created back in 77, I was close, but it's not the same thing. Some of it, the pawns, the structure. But like I said, I did it all on my own. I didn't copy somebody and say, well, now I'll just do this and I'll do that. No, it wasn't like that. That's not how I played chess. The way you play is the way you play. So take it for yourself and look at my games and the way I play. And you can see my knight's queen, my knight's bird, the Donna's bird, what I call the knight's waiting and Jaybird's wings, and just mixing them around, mixing them up. Yeah, okay. There was some games where I actually had the bishops fianchettoed and I was in the Hippo. Okay, it's true, but like I say, it was mainly the knight's bird, the knight's queen, or go in, maybe it's the waiting and then go back out, go into knight's bird or the Jaybird or the Donna's bird. That's the whole point to this. My theory is it goes in and out like you've been seeing all my videos. So if you check them out, you'd understand what I'm saying. Okay, thanks for stopping by, and we're going to have some more remembering 1976 into 77.